The time is now. It's back to the rhymes. It's like, wow, he's back to the rhymes. I'm at the booth straight dropping dimes. Clark Kent, Daily Plant, the Metropolis Times. I write these raps while I'm under the gun. I see you back to get you some. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Pure, raw, uncut, rap. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because back to the rhymes. Back to the rhymes. Now's the time. Time to unwind because it's back to the rhymes. What's that? Am I am I gonna go down? Am I gonna have what did I even say? Oh, they're napkins. Okay. Anyway, I'll fix it for next time. Well, uh, whatever. I don't know if anyone's gonna worry about that. So let's get down to business. Number one, school album sales. Let me show you the album in case you haven't seen that before. There it is. No real news on that front. I didn't talk to my friend John about being my promoter, but now I'm not over there at Wallingford, so I did talk to him about maybe talking to my old promoter Dale. But it's hard if I'm not on site, so we're gonna have to push pause on that. I could end up back there. It's not a guarantee. I need to talk to one person who I think could block me from going back there, and that would be totally up to him. And if that's what he wanted to do, that would block me from going back there, and that would affect maybe some future album sales. Not that there's an opportunity at my new location. It might be only a temporary location. I might move on to another location. I just want to see how this week goes. I don't really want to change like that, but there are options for me, and I'm thankful I made it through this summer. Okay, so the let's move on to the number two, which is I don't like sunsets much and the country music, so I should have probably listened to some that Chris gave me some CDs. I should have done that today. I ended up listening to some good songs. I could barely hear them on YouTube. It was nice to hear those songs like that Heat Wave, Always and Forever, great, you know. But next time, I'm getting very close to making some contacts with people now that I had my only my second Sunday off since the summer began, and I'm here. I am at 10, close to 10:30. That's probably earlier than I've been doing this normally. I'm definitely more awake than normal. I'm very happy about that. I'm not sure if that'll be a regular occurrence. If I am to stay where I am, Bitter Lake, I'm hearing kind of maybe yes, maybe no. If I move to another place, I think I'll almost certainly have Sunday off. We'll see. It just depends. Um, but that's the latest there. Um, but yeah, like I'm getting. I mean, I had some time. I didn't have a ton of time, but I could feel myself. I could see it. I could see it coming on where I can get back to strategizing and trying to make some moves, which is what we're talking about. So YouTube channel, Mike Dynamics. So I'm still sharing the tapping into our spiritual roots. We're gonna probably do a little Bible study around some of that kind of content that's coming up for the new Jewish New Year. That should be fun and enlightening. I can learn it along with another friend from church, and then my daughter even can join us, and anybody else if they want to learn from will. And then so I'm in the process of sharing that. Still got I'm probably 2/3 of the way there. Like I said, I'm going to have a foot procedure here probably in the next week or two, and I'll be down and out for 2 days. If I was walking, it would be 2 weeks, and then not up to full speed for 6 weeks. So I'm at a Mountain Station. That's only 2 days of work missed. I can't believe it. And but in 2 days, I can sit there and get caught up on some stuff that haven't had time to do that. So that would be the opportunity, and then I can move on to sharing my album. I'm gonna talk about something here in a minute that I wouldn't mind sharing. I don't know if I'd share it or do it as a quiz and record people. I have different ideas for some of this stuff. It's not really that hard to come up with content, content ideas for me at least. I was talking to a coworker, he was trying to figure out what, I'm not saying any of this stuff just blows up, but I could come up with stuff, No, that's not too bad. I'm pretty good with that. Okay, so and then it's good on TikTok. This last one didn't do as good. It wasn't as close to 1,000. It's more like 250, and then Facebook was like about half. And the other two, YouTube Shorts, actually YouTube Shorts was like 34, I think. That did pretty decent. And then but Instagram was holding in there at 10, but because it links to Facebook, it's actually pretty smooth, pretty good. Rules of engagement. All right, so let me come back to it, but I do have something to talk about there. Bellevue Ballers, if I can get through this song, I have a song that would be related to that, and the plan is to work on that. I might mention something here later and come back to that too. So music for Back to the Rhine. So I'm talking to Alaron. We had a discussion, and I'm looking to go there and record on Tuesday one song and do my best. Like I said, I get hung up on this timing. Am I on time? Get the metronome. He's telling me it's hip hop typically is 90, 93 beats, BPM, beats per minute. I want to overthink this, and I've made it this far and had some support. Maybe I could have more if it was better, but some people aren't so concerned about that. But I thought it is an area of potential improvement for me, so why not work on it? So he was going to send me some stuff. I didn't see anything, but I have something that we already were working on. I'm going to practice to that and go in and just do my best. But I don't have a ton of time. Now I could have made time by cutting short my snack, but I can't be doing that. Even today, I still cleaned. I was at church. I wasn't just hanging around all day in my pajamas. That didn't happen. So it does make practice. And I told him, it's like, I probably put a little time in. I won't be able to put the kind of time in I'd like to really get as good as I would like, but I'm going to do something because we're supposed to meet at 10 in the morning on Tuesday. So I'll probably get up early. Like my normal work start time is at 8. So I'll probably get up and practice, and do something, and just see how I do. I might have to I think I have to write another verse too. Got a verse, write another. He's got the hook for the song, and then we'll knock something out. So he has another song that he sampled, and it's like I don't want to move forward without it getting some clarification if we're going to get somebody coming down on us for using their stuff, and that's why it slows things down. And then we're Alaron, that is, we're trying to figure out how to work best together. And there's differences of ideas, and I knew that going in. Okay with it. Maybe he's trying to reconcile some of it, but I think it's more worldview ideas. Not exactly. A lot of this is personalities. And politics. Okay, here's a saying, and it's nothing personal, but it's how we're taught. Actually, we're taught to think like this. Little people deal in personalities, big people deal in problems. Therefore, I'm going to come back to it because I'm going to be talking about it. But that's what I just want to throw that out there. It's how do you stay focused on a bigger picture? It's by doing that. You don't worry about the personalities. You focus on solving problems, right? All right. Merch. Since I'm just getting back to church, I might break out the merch one time. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to do that. It's better if someone else does it. Really, I thought about it. I was wearing our Vacation Bible School shirt today for church, which is pretty casual, but still trying to get back in the groove, So that's all right. It's still promoting the church, so I thought, why not wear that? All right, so merch, nothing to report there. Got to be thinking about that, but nothing to report. I'll come back to the list. So, all right, Trump's going to thump. Now, here's what I want to try a quiz. I want to try a quiz. And here's the quiz. And I want to see how you do. This is for the last 3 candidates for president. I'm not going to say their names, so hopefully you already know them. I'm going to kind of come as close as I can to quoting them. And all 3 quotes are said to be racist and to prove they're racist, bigoted, etc. Okay. Now, I've heard a lot, I hear one side more than the other, but we'll just say that the masses of people hear the other side more than the other. Okay. I'm not naming names. I'm just going to say the quotes. But when I did a little more thinking about it and considering it, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. But let me do the quotes. All right. So, won't say the names. First quote. Won't say who said it, but one of the last 3 candidates. You go to any Dunkin' Donut shop, and invariably there's someone from India, I guess, working there. That's the first one. Said to be extremely racist, insensitive. This person must apologize for the rest of their life. Okay. Number 2, referring to issues on the border and the Mexican government sending people, essentially across the open border into our country because they don't want them. And the quote was something to the effect of, they're not sending us their best, they're sending criminals, rapists, etc. Now, many people opposing this candidate jumped on that and said that was extremely insensitive and racist. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3. I can't give you the exact quote. I watched the video and I've watched enough, I believe. We're working with police. We're adding, I don't know, if there's 100,000 officers, the new crime bill the president passed. And, a lot of people, I'm kind of paraphrasing. A lot of people, experts in the policing or whatever, we know these folks have problems. They don't even really have a conscience. They're essentially, they're called super predators. That's what they're called. And now you see this person running for president, and now this person's a racist, insensitive. Okay. When I go through all 3 of those, I'm not saying who said what. You might already know. I don't hear a single one that sounds anywhere close to really. They're all legit. They have a point. I mean, when it comes to Dunkin' Donuts, I'm not on the East Coast. Do you understand what that's all about? Where you have lots of immigrants who own these businesses. It's how you get into America and put your kids into an American university. That's how you do it. It's not that you love donuts. It's how you get in. It's how you buy your way into this country because you see an opportunity, right? But it's accurate. The borders being open, the Mexican government, I'm not on the border. I can't verify that one as easily, but it doesn't sound too far from the truth, does it? Would they send their best across the border? Or would you send people you want to get rid of? Rapists or whatever, criminals, drug dealers, cartels. Is that racist? I don't think it's racist. How's it racist? Anyway, again, that's how you do it when it's Super Predator. Oh, this is incredible. That's all you hear, Super Predator, Super Predators. I watched it. Talk about crime bill, having more police. It's kind of a term used. Maybe the term is insensitive and you're repeating it. Maybe you shouldn't come on. Give me a break. It's really true. A lot of these guys out on the street don't have a conscience. I watched Ice-T came to Central Washington University. He said a lot of guys on the streets, they don't have a voice in the back of their head that says, don't do that. Like no conscience. That's true. Well, how you deal with them? So they want to use this as ways to disqualify people from public office. Now, there's a lot of other things that are way more substantive than that you could be talking about, but that's what people want to talk about. It's just easy and convenient, and you don't have to think anymore. You can stop. You can just cancel that person if you hear that. Oh, that person said that, you're canceled. I don't have to think anymore. That's it. I thought that was a fun exercise. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. And that's all I'm going to say about current events too. But I thought it would be kind of interesting. So feel free to take the quiz. So Trump's going to thump. I'm not going to say too much about that right now. What I want to say, though, as far as making another album, because that's front and center, it's part of the discussions with Al Ron. I think where I'm at right now, I have to record. I believe I need to master, and I want to get a copyright. And with the resources and the funds I have available, I can't make 10 songs, but I could probably make 3 or 4. I've got one. I could probably go another 3 or 4. 3 maybe. Unless I find someone else to record with at a better rate. And that's what I would communicate to Alex, and I plan on talking to him. And whatever he has to say, great. But that's just my standard. That's just the way it's got to be. I don't want to make songs and just throw them up online. I want to copyright them. I think Al Ron, I got to read the fine print. I thought I heard him say he's going to lease some music to me. Well, that's not. I'm going to have a conversation with him about that. That's not what I'm looking at as a plan. So we're going to have to look at that. But yeah, lease, no. I want the music, and that's just the way it is. And that's because we're a part of our discussions workflow. My workflow has been not always, sometimes, and in particular Luke, but I've made some other demos. Most all the time, I have an idea or a concept for the song. I might have a melody in mind. I have that kind of stuff. I might not have the beat all perfect, but I got a concept. I got the lyrics, or I can make the lyrics. I can come up with a melody or a hook or a structure, and we make a song. Again, I can take a beat and rap over it. I know that's what a lot of people do. I'm not a huge fan of it. We can fill out an album with that, but that's not my go-to. That's not my primary MO. And of all the demos I've done that haven't been put into an album, none of them were done like that. So, and I will share that with Alan, because I think we're trying to figure out, what's normal. You get these guys, they just, here's your beat. I remember clear as a bell, way back when, a guy I met, and he's like, yeah, man, this dude makes beats. Oh, really? Okay, how much? $500 a beat. Here, I'll let you hear some. $500. I mean, and that's still cheaper than some top producer. However we collaborate, they're a little bit more than that. But I always thought, it's like, man, I didn't even have any involvement in production or the concept. $500 did not get me excited. And I heard that years before way before I even made my album. So no. Now, like I said, we're some of our discussions. I can see where it's something I can come up with to a degree, but it's just we're gonna have to see what we want to do. But I do know I'm ready to make a song, and I can go. Like I said, I can hit my checklist with what I have, and it might be 2 or 3 songs. And that's as far as we go. But that's it. So that's what I want to say about my update. Let's do this song and see what we got. Miss From day to day, what's there to say? There's no way a single person can be a they. They is plural. She is singular. He is singular. He is above all. What human wants the credit all the time trying to edit human history and give it a hysterectomy? People all want the truth, don't you know? So long as it's on our terms, not according to the Lord. His truth is firm, not fluid, not up, not down. It used to be the birds, the bees, the flowers, and the trees. There was an Adam, there was Eve, now it's Adam and it's Steve. Damn, what's next? I'm so confused. It used to be the birds and the bees, the flowers and the trees. There was Adam, there was Eve, now it's Adam and it's Steve. Damn, what's next? I'm so confused. So it goes from Eve to Steve to Eve is Steve. I'm at the point I do not know who to believe. I can't trust my eyes when they see the skies. This guy denies that he's a guy. Guy's enough already. I know it's been tough. Life's heavy. We all have different coping mechanisms. No one should have to feel like they imprisoned. What does liberation look like? Tell us the path, Mike. 2 words. Jesus Christ. It used to be the birds and the bees, the flowers, the trees. There was Adam, there was Eve. Now it's Adam and it's Steve. Man, what's next? I'm so confused. Used to be the birds and the bees, the flowers and the trees. There was Adam, there was Eve. Now it's Adam and Steve. Damn, what's next? I'm so confused. So that's pretty close to 2 minutes. And if I do that at the front of the song, used to be the birds, the bees, the flowers, the trees. There was Adam, there was Eve. Now it's Adam and Steve. Damn, what's next? I'm so confused. It used to be the birds, the bees, the flowers, the trees. There was Adam, there was Eve. Now it's Adam and Steve. Damn, what's next? I'm so confused. I'm doing the song again to get the time. From day to day, what's there to say? There's no way a single person can be a they. They is plural. She is singular. He is singular. He is above all. What human wants they credit all the time. They're trying to edit human history and give it a hysterectomy. People all want the truth, don't you know, so long as it's on our terms, not according to the Lord, for his truth is firm, not fluid, not up, not down. It used to be the birds, the bees, the flowers, the trees. There was Adam, there was Eve. Now it's Adam and Steve. Damn, what's next? I'm so confused. It used to be the birds, the bees, the flowers, the trees. There was Adam, there was Eve. Now it's Adam and Steve. Damn, what's next? I'm so confused. So it goes from Eve to Steve to Eve is Steve. I'm at the point I do not know who to believe. I can't trust my eyes when they see the disguise. This guy denies he's a guy. Guys, enough already. I know it's been tough. Life's heavy. We all have different coping mechanisms. No one should have to feel like they in prison. What does liberation look like? Tell us the path, Mike. 2 words. Jesus Christ. It used to be the birds, the bees, the flowers, the trees. There was Adam, there was Eve. Now it's Adam and Steve. Damn, what's next? I'm so confused. It used to be the birds, the bees, the flowers, the trees. There was Adam, there was Eve. Now it's Adam and Steve. Damn, what's next? I'm so confused. So that's 2 minutes. I hit it. So I'm going to change a couple things. So times 2. I do not. I think that's what I needed to add. I got to get my little paper clips in here. I'm not keeping my songs together. So that's that. I'm done with that. Now we got a new song, and it is related to number 6, Bellevue Ballers. Very, very, it's applicable for everybody, but it's for a certain niche. and I must be a little bit nuanced in my delivery so that folks who know what's up with this can enjoy it, but then the people who don't know what's up with it can still enjoy it. All right, so the title of the song is Worldwide Warriors. And I do admit, I kind of get Warriors from MOP. They got one of their songs. I don't know. That's really good, though. So the hook goes like, Worldwide Warriors. Yeah, we got this. Yeah, we got this. Worldwide Warriors. Yeah, we got this. Yeah, we got this. I had to have this memorized. Now, this is not a complicated hook, but like I said, I'm not writing it down. So it goes like that. All right, so we let's write it out. Worldwide Warriors. Yeah. We got this. Yeah. So really times two. Yeah, it's more pronounced. I might just capitalize it. Yeah. We got this. Well, it could almost be a repeat. Like it's me saying it, it's somebody else saying it. All right. Worldwide Warriors. Yeah. We got this. Yeah. We got this. Worldwide Warriors. Yeah. We got this. Yeah. We got this. Worldwide Warriors. Yeah. We got this. Yeah. We got this. Worldwide Warriors. Yeah. We got this. Yeah. We got this. That's the hook. That's kind of for you, Alex. You like that passion? I can bring that. Definitely. So I get in that mental mindset of that, you're in a war, a game, a sport, and you can bam. So I got no problem with that because I understand you got to rise to the occasion. Obviously, that's what that song requires. All right. So now what am I going to talk about in the song? Now, one thing I was watching, I did want to say, one of the last three candidates was who? Our President Trump, right? So people want to call him racist. Okay. He did make a book with the Asian dude, Robert Kiyosaki. So maybe he's all right with Asian guys. I don't know. I think he wants to help people because he's trying to promote financial literacy. Is it just so he can make money selling books? He doesn't really believe that and want people to learn. But he made the statement. The both of them were having a discussion, and it said to be an entrepreneur, to be a successful business person, but to be an entrepreneur, and that's what this is. You have to be able to deal with pressure. You have to be able to work well under pressure, which is kind of weird to say because we're not talking about you're trying to deal with making pizzas real fast. We're talking about big picture situations coming. And for us in our industry, it's very much like politics. There's misinformation. You're trying to neutralize. You're trying to, negative sells. You talk about in a campaign, negative, right? You have negative campaign ads. Well, that applies in business too. That's fine because I'm thinking about it. I might even put this in this for content. That's the pressure. That's the pressure you're going to be under. Can you handle the pressure? Instead of, if somebody says that kind of pressure is not for them, good. I'm glad to know that it's not for you, that you can't handle the pressure. You don't want to take on the pressure. We want to take on the pressure. We want to separate ourselves from people who don't want to take on the pressure, right? So it ain't. I'm not gonna write yet. I'm setting the stage. That's gonna be my rhyme of the week, though, and that's gonna be what we talk about next time when I get back to the rhyme.